Hello, I'm David Mays, and this is Amazing Life. I've been on a bit of a sabbatical the past couple of months, preparing a few things, including the studio as well as a course that I'm working on. So stay tuned for that. But you know, the studio was one of those things that it's going to provide an easier way for me to get content out to you guys that is more like a review, which is what I'm doing now. In fact, that's what this video is about. If you are a taller person and you find that your Jeep gives you, or Toyota or other vehicles, give you leg pain after miles, I believe I have the solution for you. I'm going to pop into my past self and show my interaction last year with the Desert Does It company that created a solution to this uncomfortable seat issue. They were also gracious enough to provide me with a coupon code that I can provide to you guys. So if you decide that this is that this solution will work for you, by all means utilize that code. For now, let's go back in time to Overland Expo West, where I was able to speak with Steve from Desert Does It.
Okay, so now I'm at Desert Does It. Obviously, you know I've got a 2020 JLU. I'm also a 34-inch inseam. I've got 30,000 miles on my vehicle in less than a year, and what I have had happen to me is a serious amount of really sciatic nerve pain going down my right leg, and that's all because of the position of the seating and the fact that I've got long legs. So I have been researching online to find something that could solve that. In my 2011 Rubicon, I actually took the seats out, I drilled new holes, and I scooted it back. It helped, but I'd rather not do that to this one, right? And so I found these guys, Desert Does It. And so I've got Steve here with me, and he's going to tell us all about what this does and why it works, and I'm pretty excited about it. So Steve, take it over.
All right, so basically what our claim to fame is are seat jackers. And we started in the Toyota platform because the Toyota seats are very flat. What we quickly found out are the Jeep seats are notoriously flat and uncomfortable as well, for tall people and short people alike, but especially tall people. So what our product is it's called a seat jacker, and it lifts up the front of the seat in varying degrees. We can go 3/4 inch, 1 inch, or 1 1/4 inches. And what it does is it changes the angle of the seat. It pushes you back into the lumbar support, and it takes the weight off the back of your heels and puts it on your thighs, because now your thighs are now touching the seat. We've found the optimal degree of your seat is anywhere between 18 and 22 degrees, and that's what our product does, is it lifts up the front of the seat and it puts it at that optimal angle. We have other accessories that we have with them that are panels that mount across the front. We call them a multi-mount panel, MMP for short, because multi-mount panel is a mouthful. But it's a great place to mount things like fire extinguishers, radios, magnets are nice. We have those, so you can mount whatever you want. For the really tall drivers, we recommend our seat slammers. And what the seat slammer does is it's more of a permanent solution for the guys that are over 6'4" that are hitting their head on the sound bar. And what we do is we chop off the rear legs of the seat, and you install our seat slammer kit, and it drops the rear of the seat by up to 2 inches, which really improves interior space for the taller guys. If you have a 32-inch inseam, we recommend our adjustable seat jackers, which are 3/4 inch or 1 inch. If you have a 33 or 34-inch inseam, we recommend our fixed seat jackers. So that's kind of a, Reader's Digest version of what we are and what we have for the Jeep platform. We support all platforms with seat jackers and MMPs, but definitely Toyotas and Jeep are hot sellers. All of our products are made in America. They're actually machined in southern Utah by my business partner. All of our aluminum is sourced from the U.S. We try to support local, we support small business, and we support really any country that pays a living wage. We always try to support America first, but if there's another country, we support them as well.
That's one of the big things. The American-made thing is a big deal to me. Everything that I'm kitting out on my Jeep, I'm doing my best to stay, just like you said. If it's American first, but if not America, at least it's somewhere that has a good paying living wage.
Yeah.
So, Australia, Germany,
Canada.
Canada's good. And so, okay, basically it's just not China.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion, but that's it. And so that's one thing that I really like about these guys. And so, Steve, thanks for taking the time to do that.
Yeah.
And now I think I need to sit in it, and I think I need to kind of see if it's going to work for me. Yeah, this makes a huge difference. Guys, if you guys are tall, it's amazing how much difference that this makes just in this, like an inch and a quarter, but I can feel the difference on the underneath of my calf, because literally my knees were hurting, my hip flexor, sciatic nerve type thing was a major pain on my right leg. So I think this is going to be a great option.
So I was sold on the idea, and full disclosure, Steve was kind enough and believed in his product enough that he allowed me to have a setup in order for me to try this out over my 1,600 plus mile drive back home. Now that said, there was no requirement on what I said, or I could have just as easily said this stuff's trash, I would never buy it. But spoiler alert, it's on my Jeep, it will remain on my Jeep, and nothing's going to change that because it has been a massive change. The installation was easy. In fact, I installed them while I was camping out at, I think it's called Gunsight Point, located in the Glen Canyon Recreation area on the western side of Utah. Beautiful area. Here's a brief process of the installation procedure. The jacker's goal is simple. Lift up the front so that you have more of your body resting on the seat rather than you just simply sitting on your set bones. Now you can see just how level the seat is prior to installation. The installation requires removing the front bolts and loosening the rear bolts, quite a bit actually, to allow for that change in angle when you slip the jackers in. Now I would recommend using an extender on your drill just so that you can allow it to have a little bit better angle getting in so that your seat cushion doesn't get in the way. The rear was really tight to get into, but conveniently the little ratchet set provided with the vehicle to remove the hardtop worked perfectly to loosen these rear bolts. Installation of the front was a little confusing, so I kept having to reference the paperwork. A couple of diagrams would have been really useful, but I mean, once you kind of figure out how it works, it all kind of becomes self-explanatory. The key to remember is the accessory plate connects using two side bolts on the jackers, and the plate goes in front on the passenger side of the seat, but it goes to the rear of the driver's side of the seat. Now this is the JL I'm talking about. The JK could be quite different. Now one note about the accessory plate, at least on the JL, if you have a shorter person who also likes to drive the vehicle, or if you like to cinch your seat up when you're off-road, be aware that you'll need to keep smaller items that won't interfere with the seat sliding forward and backward. I ultimately had to choose like small items. I was hoping to place like, a firearm or something like that, and there just really wasn't room to allow it to also slide forward and back. Now, I believe the JK has a little bit more room in that, and I'm totally unsure of how the Toyota or other options are. Now, the magnets are quite strong. I have a couple of magnets. They'll hold a magazine really well. They hold a knife. There's no chance that they're ever going to fall off, even in the bounciest of environments, so it works really well. Oh, wow. So, I mean, I can definitely tell a difference. Basically, my leg is completely relaxed now, whereas before I could feel myself kind of holding it up. At this point, it's extremely relaxed. Now, I can always do this, which will lift the rear up and take a little bit of pressure off if there's too much. But man, I can't wait to the drive home. It feels like it's really going to solve the problem. This is an 1.25 inch lift, so I chose the tallest one that they offered. And I have to say I can already tell the difference in my right leg. Right leg is the one that had the most trouble, especially when I'm not able to use cruise control. So when I'm off-road, I'm doing trails like this out here, I'm having to constantly use the pedal, and it would get to where my sciatic nerve was hurting. I'd be cramping, I'd have to get out and stretch, things like that. And again, I don't really know yet
exactly how this is going to help, but from the sitting position of it, it feels like it's going to be a huge, huge difference. So,
okay, so now another 10,000 miles later, the Jeep is sitting at right around 40,000 miles right now. And I have to say, the difference has been nothing short of amazing. The drive home from Arizona to East Tennessee was night and day different than my previous trips out west. So it's such a simple thing, but such a huge shift in comfort. I highly recommend the seat jackers. Now, Desert Does It reached out to me and offered a discount code. As I said, the code is Amazing Life. It's listed right here. And that's going to give you 10% off on all of their products. The code does expire, so keep checking the description. Depending on when you watch this, check the description above, and I'll keep that expiration date updated just in the event that they happen to extend it for me. If you find that your vehicle isn't comfortable due to seating position, by all means check these guys out. They're American made. Even all of their aluminum and stuff is sourced American, so it's a great company. Guys, that's it for now. I hope you found this video beneficial, and by all means, if you like the video, please like the video and hit the subscribe button. We've got a lot more stuff coming. In fact, I just got back from the Keys with another YouTube channel, Moto Photo Adventures, and that's coming next. Ring the bell, and that way you'll be notified of future videos. So that's it for now. Until next time, make life amazing.